Welcome back to another episode of At Your Disclosure. This is your host, Alex Ruben Tovar. On first day, part 2, Coffee Mate edition. That's funny. Johnny Sandoval. One time I would answer to an emergency for one of the banking centers. But oh shit, you gotta think about it. When a freaking B of A calls you, you notice the number? When a B of A calls you. Okay, so banking center, call to command center. This bank camp, Johnny Sandoval. Johnny ran out of beer. What? No BS. Off the back. So, here we are, about to enjoy some WCW and then go over. There he is, the master of the even flow. And it's funny because back in the WCW days, that's how it was. Oh yeah, they'd freaking announced it. The master of the sharpshooter, the master of the scorpion deathlock, the master of the even flow. Oh, was the master of Norman. What is it? I'm trying to remember. Since it is Halloween, and it's Halloween Eve, it's 23:47, and we have a few minutes before Halloween. So for the meantime, covering some things I hadn't finished yesterday. Oh, this up here. In order to sue your company. Okay, so this is part of different notes. More WCW. This is a great game. This is probably one of the best games on the N64. Another thing too, when I was covering Castlevania, I'm trying to remember the title of it. I had it recently. By comparison, to an Xbox One, it's you have freaking graphic wise, but it's pretty good. Castlevania 64. It's engaging, and believe us, they have made a second installment of that game. There he is. But this game was detailed and it was good, real good. Rivalry. That's what we used to go as my crew back in the 7th and 8th grade, Osborne Middle School. And one of my friends named Marty. We used to say he had his flock. Martina and the flock. So, but yeah, his favorite wrestler was Goldberg. I'm trying to remember what mine was back in those days. Well, in WCW, back in those days, I think everyone's favorite was Sting. It's not until I got older I started realizing the potential that Raven had. And I started noticing, like, hey man, he's really good. It's too bad he's one of those underrated wrestlers because a lot of people complain about what's it called? The freaking, not the treatment, basically the treatment. But I will show you guys as I try to multitask what it is to see the even flow DDT on there. And that's one of my favorite stages there, sold out. I feel that a lot of these and it's funny, I had bought this game used, and it's the previous owner. It's just funny to be the freaking, what he had titled it. And it's funny, instead of just going for the World Heavyweight Champion, so he's underrated, he'd have to go against people like that, Hogan. That's where he left off as a U.S. champ. And I'm going to be honest with you, what I would do a lot of times is I would play music while I would. So could have easily hooked it up to a stereo. Slowly gets. Okay. So, covering more of these. Alright, so what do we got here? Okay, I didn't explain this. Okay, this was at a different banking center. And man, do you guys think 70 million's a lot? Okay, I don't wanna. Oops. Okay, so the bottom states white female adult bank manager, former. Okay. Trouble. Okay. Now, last thing I want to do is incriminate anyone. You know, this show's about. And another thing, too, some people just have different ideologies. Some people think it's your responsibility. You know, you're wearing this big heavy vest. You know, you're wearing your vest, and that's your responsibility. You stand out there for the good people of the United States. Okay, so, rookie mistake. Alright, so, pretend that's my coffee mug. Don't ever leave it behind. Oh man, I need a freaking. Let's see if I can position this. It's gonna be hard to position this. So it's almost impossible to see if I can position it. I know I'm gonna position it. So you might see me. Then again, it's probably gonna be too hard to show you my skills on this. I can't play with one hand. But that's how it is. It's that's one of my favorite stages for I saw that match. That one too. You throw him to the backstage, they bounce back. Granddaddy of the ball. Supposed to be equivalent of WrestleMania. That one's good too. So this is what wrestling was at an all-time best. Oh, well, this is the funny part. Old and flabby. It's just funny. The last guy, like I'm telling you, it's real difficult to get someone a big show. I can't do this without help. I've been seeking help for a while, and I just can't do it. So, with that being said, back to covering. Then I got my Lokes on. It's kind of late at night. I didn't get much sleep last night. Okay, so I left the Fairy Tale Brownies. So that's the Fairy Tale Brownies. And it's in the contents of it had coffee. Okay. Hopefully evolution kicks in and we don't have freaking an extra arm. But yeah, rookie mistake. And you think just because you're in Scottsdale, top speaker hit and roll, that it's not gonna happen here. You can have people that live diagonal to you. Like earlier, I've mentioned it before. It's almost like earlier today, talking to my brother, and I say now, and do you understand me? When trying to get my point across. So all of a sudden, my nephew was outside playing with his friends Dominic and Nathan, and they're advised those little kids to freaking her little 5-year-old and the other, my other niece Bella, 7-year-old, and their mom's out there in the laundry room smoking her cigarettes. That's where she is most of the time. And it freaking sucks because one of the reasons why I lost some of my freaking game cases, had a whole collection. Well, you guys had noticed that whole game collection? I have most of my games in CD wallets, but the original
whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat devouring with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining with the lamp.
Alright, so the original game case it came with, like for instance, okay. Isn't it nice to have the original cases? So I had all those friggin' a bunch of games, like 23 GameCube games, some of it in the miniature wallets. So I I literally have freaking stacks. I have more games. Maybe I'll cover eventually. Okay. So these two cases are full of games, and it'll be nice to have the cases. They return this, and they focus. It's almost like, why in the hell would you take my stuff if you guys are moving out? You know. So out of fit, I guess they threw it away or gave it away. They gave it away to Buddy, one of my dad's. This is my nephew, and it's fucking bullshit. So I was like, what in the fuck would you do with empty game cases? You know what I'm saying? It's pathetic, like child's mentality. And it's like, just fucking return. I was gonna reach out to him through Facebook, which is getting switched to Meta. I don't know. I'm kind of used to what we have now. That's funny because it's kind of hard to see where we're gauging, so I'm wearing my Lokes. Yeah, I have relatives that have this mentality. Oh, well, he has more than enough. And it's like, okay, well, even if I have whatever I need, you leave my stuff. I'm going to sugar this up. Give me a second.
On the pallid master palace, just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming, and the lamplight over him streaming throws his shadow on the floor. My soul, and that shadow, lies floating on the floor, shall be lifted nevermore.
Okay. No more coffee. Can't find my change. Hope you don't mind me paying you in pennies. Yeah. That's funny, that old man from Napoleon Dynamite. But yeah, freaking. It's pathetic, you know. So I'm telling all my relatives, all of my freaking people that know us, don't take advantage of us. Don't take advantage of my dad because he said, oh, because he has autism, he has schizophrenia. He don't know shit. He dropped out like in the 3rd grade. He has a 3rd grade education. What is he gonna know anything? I'm not gonna say he's dumb. It's just he's ignorant. How the fuck? Seriously. Seriously. What the fuck is this? Huh? What the fuck is this? Am I really that fucking... Oh, we're gonna showcase that tomorrow. I'd invited Jasmine, my wife. So, you know, doesn't it look nice to freaking have the original game cases, you know? Doesn't it look nice with the original game case? I should have brought the GameCube games, the PS2 games, you know? I had a shitload of games. But, I guess I won't be able to touch this until, and I wanted to. I thought to myself, where can I position this so I can show you guys exactly. Ven y te explico lo que somos en esta habitación. Seriously, man, it's almost like, let's see, the last IQ test I took several years ago. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. If just like a muscle, you don't use it, you lose it. I'm rusty sometimes. I've been jumped before, like I said. A 65-year-old man, you don't see your fucking only son. Then mother, they have this idea where they I can't have children. It's almost like, well, how invasive. And I'm not gonna lie, that fucking faggot. Okay, so one night I was out there, and I told you guys already this. I'm minding my business. I'm reading my emails. So I say conducting exterior patrol. All of a sudden, that's his name. So it's past 25 feet. There's no communications between us and that faggot or his uncle. So I don't give a fuck. Mind your fucking business. Don't go along with whatever else told you. Alright? So fucking all of a sudden, and I told Kim in the service, I had found an imprint that someone had tied a freaking string around my penis. Okay? And it's like, okay, you're gonna try to prevent someone from having kids. Who the fuck's who? Or having to find out mom's had some involvement, or your wife, or your father, or your employer. It's almost like, what fucking country are we in? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, who? Someone trying to think that you're narcissistic. That's an attitude. You know, if I sound like Remember the Titans. But it's just insane, you know. I remember from Tempe 3, I'd go to QB first. Laura, the client, told us off the back. Told me straight up off the back. It's a cruel, cruel world. Kind of feels like for just one person. I don't know what the fuck I did. I have a clean record, man. You fucking proved to me. I wouldn't be in the position that I am if it wasn't for my clean record. So freaking, what else we gotta cover? Oh, command center. Command center, not just conducting interior patrols. You know, you're gonna be in command center, so you're on the computer. So each time, Halloween tomorrow, then it's gonna BD. So you get a call. So pretend it's the radio. Okay. So pretend the radio's right here. And I used to use Tango 2. Jones always used Tango 1. It's just the radio number. So say the Stevens is conducting her interior patrols. Or Stotts. Either or, great officers. Command center, this is Tango 3. Over. Command center, go ahead. This is Tango 3 reporting ID of Charlie. Secure. So here I am. I tap all that at the specific time. And it's awesome. I could go to any company. I could go anywhere. Even if it's not in the protective service industry, and I could provide additional safety procedures, safety protocols, and you know, not just physical, cyber, or investigative. Lately, guess what? I freaking found a fly in my food earlier, and it was barely flying. It was ruined. So I could have just left it. I had basically scrambled up one potato, 2 eggs, and I mixed it with some McDonald's barbecue sauce, or oh, no, it was that ranch habanero. It's pretty good, by the way. Since I ran out of soda, I wanted some sugar. If I realized I had a freaking apple up there, because you gotta have a little bit of sugar too. I usually use that artificial sugar, but it's not like the real thing. So yeah, I don't know if you guys believe in curses, but I'll tell you something. One thing you do not want to end up is in the middle. You don't want to be. It's hard because you know you're born good. Throughout your life, you start making choices, but you gotta understand there's people out there that do way worse. You know, and yet we look at the most insignificant of situations where we feel, oh, my pussy hurts. I'm gonna go freaking tell the world. You know what I'm saying? But it feels that way. But you know something? Maybe it's a test. This is what Mom told me once. Oh, es porque tú eres fuerte. So everyone come and live in my house and kick back, and it's the worst case scenario. But you know something? I have my vision. I have all my senses. And look at this. I can enjoy this. And, you know, even same thing with the game cases. But no BS. I want my stuff back. They're constantly trying to threaten to sell my weights. For every little thing, it's almost like, okay. Now, I bring food. But if I forget to go to the store, I need to eat. You're that mad? This wasn't back then. I'm the only one. My brother just opened up a can of beans. Ain't no problem. Then again, he's disabled. But when my wife and I would go to Sam's Club, bring all kinds of stuff, leave it out there. Wife complained, oh, someone ate my cookies, someone ate my cheesecake, someone ate my bread, and she'll tell my father, oh, well, that's for babe's lunch. And love my wife, and we're not together, but like I said, for the most part. And then my father, he'll play the keyboard, the theme to The Exorcist. It's like he's aware he's in, people snapping my necks. And as soon as I go out there, he'll start playing it. Same thing too with my sister. That's why I fucked you up. You ain't no man, bitch. If you caused harm to me, I was unconscious. Jasmine, Annette, everyone mopped the fucking floor with you. Manny hit you over the fucking head when you were holding your newborn. People have done real damage. I tell her when she brings me Angelique's father, they have problems. Don't come here. You smell like you just had sex and I smell my wife. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of my house. Hit them as hard as possible. To having her instruct her daughter to do the same in my eye. And it sucks, the generation we're raising, but like I said, everything has an ending. And just like I was telling you about the Browns, they instruct these older kids to come play with farce, and I'll say what I want. There ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Your name's not now, or do you understand me? I talk that way. I talk it to my brother, and you just stop paying attention to me. We have nothing to do with you guys. This whole since day one, I see the trajectory of an egg that came diagonal from that house over here. Same thing too. It's like I remember a while back, I'd go from the back to the front yard. So whatever I'm holding in my hand, all of a sudden, that means I'm trying to call them out. So if I have a chain in my hand or anything in my hand, so if I make a fist, anything, okay, so I'm in my property. It's beyond 25 feet. You guys have nothing to do? It's like, well, those cactus, the pair of cactus have pricks. That's nice. I don't give a shit. So fucking, yeah, man. But Tempe 3 is good, after all that struggle to make it back home. Reggie, I had signed up for BPO, Bank Protection Officer, and they sent me to the corporate site, Tempe 3. I interviewed with Trent, and he asked me if I was good with computers, and I responded for yes, and yeah, learned a lot from Tempe 3, and even in access control there. You need to print out temp badges, you need to take the person's picture. There's all kinds of codes, code blue, code yellow, code red, code green. So you have all this code. Same thing too when the officer's on duty, they're conducting interior or exterior patrol. He's gonna go based on his radio. You don't want to reveal your name. It's all within confidentiality. And we had a good supervisor there before moving up in the company, Arroyo William. He was a Navy MP. He was a captain, and also Rick Berkebile. I told you guys already his MOS. Luis Venegas, experience. Officer as well, stemming from California. Back when Countrywide Loans was Countrywide Loans till Bank of America acquired Countrywide Loans. And Rojas Roman, ambassador to the B of A corporate sites. He'd work at all the corporate sites in Arizona. There's more, but the East Valley, they're mainly the East Valley. There's one on Buckeye. So that's probably the only Phoenix location. And then Feely, it's also experience. He's good with computers as well too. He was a former Eagle Scout, so he's real sharp. And let's see. Venega's savvy. He's young, he's my age, and man, he's just one of those individuals that knows how to reach you, knows how to level with you, knows how to get along with just about everyone. You know, even if you have an impressive resume, he knew how to speak to you. I should probably arrange my room. Uh, Getting a bit tired. Had a late last night, and I'm missing someone. Let's see who else I would miss. The old Officer Green too. He was Officer of the Year before, and he's also outstanding. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so just like I was telling you, the coffee. This is the whole point of the show being called Coffee Bait. So don't leave your coffee mugs laying around anywhere. Even if I were to put this behind, even if I were to stash it behind here, or even if I were to, stash it anywhere, someone watches you, and that's how it happens most of the time. I had left it outside the banking center, and freaking when I came back after a 15-minute break, someone had freaking tampered with my coffee, and freaking you know it's unfortunate that this had to happen. But me here drinking it, and I felt my insides burning. You know, it. What I had drank was pesticide, and freaking I've even had it contaminated with herbicide like Roundup. But having to come home, and it causes a chemical imbalance. Like for instance, if you bleed from your stomach, it could go back up, give you permanent brain damage. So you have to be careful. So my wife, I was sitting here when we had one of these chairs, an office chair, and yeah, I was sitting or I was laying here, and I get up. So she looks at me and she's like, "Babe, you're pale." And this happened before, even at the flower house. And this is when I used to operate. I used to use sell vehicles. 94 Nissan Blue. Oh, you should see me in action when I'm pissed or when I'm on a mission. So 94 Nissan Sentra Blue GXC Dub Amul, like from Dragon Spirit. Uh, and also 97 Green Isuzu Rodeo. But the point is this, freaking, I try to run for oxygen, so on my way over, I open the door. As soon as I walk into the hall, the wife's there in tears. She reminds me, gives me mouth to mouth. Same thing to the flower house. I have an uncle in Phi, and his daughters should run around, stepdaughters. And they run around, and I don't want to admit to it, but I am a bit startled when people start running around you all of a sudden. So freaking, people need to stop being this way, man. It's almost like kill someone who deserves it. Don't kill someone you feel deserves it. Well, don't kill someone just to kill them because of the slightest things. You could have prevented the cure for something. And yeah, man, freaking, I'm eating Virya tacos. It's my mother's birthday, 420. Oh, and I had offered her the Ouija board. Always when I mess with the Ouija board, something happens. So, same thing there. I'm eating, and Babe's Jasmine's. Same thing with Babe. You're pale. Same thing. I want to get up and just go grab oxygen. So I walk out. Boom, face planet. And there's probably a chance we're gonna talk about this some more. There's still a lot to cover, and not enough time. But once again, this is your host, Alex Ruben Tobar, bringing you first day on the job and rookie mistakes. Don't leave your stuff behind. Don't turn your back on anyone. Don't trust anyone. Don't tell people your location. Don't tell people anything. Anyone comes on the property, keep it professional. Oh, well, this are the banking hours. That's a good one. Pacheco, I see it over at the Arizona Federal Credit Union on Rule and Southern. That was pretty good of him. I'm there talking to him, and a client comes up. Off the back, this are the hours. But this is Alex Ruben Tovar. Oh, Pacheco's a 10-year Marine vet, by the way. He's also. It's funny because it was between Steven Barrett and Pacheco for bank captain after Johnny Sandoval. I'm not gonna lie, I was going for Pacheco, but having Steven Merritt as our bank captain was also very honorable and very rewarding. He's definitely helped out a lot, and we couldn't have peace without Merritt. So it's Alex Ruben Tovar at your disclosure.